Hello bookish friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am coming at you with a very exciting and fun video. And that video is going to be the mid-year book freakout tag. I love doing this book tag every single year. I watch a lot of videos recently, like people discussing their favorite books, their least favorite books, favorite author, new to me author, and all that. So I'm excited to do my own version of this. I feel like my answers are completely different from last year, which is always amazing. So let's sit down and do a chatty book tag. There is like 13 questions here, but I added 2 questions onto this list because I'm curious of what you guys are reading and how much you read. So let's start with the mid-year book freakout tag. The first 2 questions are questions that I added on, so if you wanted to do this version of this tag, you can. So question 1 is, how many books have you read so far this year? At the time of me filming this, I'm filming this on June 24th, so it's not really halfway through the year, but I read 55 books so far, so yay. It's not the pace that I wanted to be at the halfway mark. I mean, I guess it is because it's halfway through the year, but I'm close to my 100 reading goal, so I'm almost halfway through, whatever that math is. I'm halfway through my reading goal, and I'm very happy with that, so yay. Next question I have is, what are you currently reading? So right now, I forgot to grab my books, so let me grab it really fast. They're actually in my library bag, because I brought them to the library to sit and read for a little bit today, which I did. I didn't start my reread of one of them, but I did start a new read. So I'm supposed to be rereading We Hunt the Flames by Hafasa Falazier. This is the first book in a goodie, an old but a goodie YA fantasy duology. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Lori over at the Chatty Bookworm. I'll leave her channel down below. Starting this book as soon as I finish filming this video. And then I'm also about 80 pages into To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chan, or Chang, I'm so sorry. I'm listening to this via audiobook and I'm really loving it. Like I said, I'm only 80 pages in. I just got part 2 of this book today. So again, didn't read as much as I wanted to at work today, but I'm hoping now that I'm like in a motivated mood, I'm hoping I will read some in this or in We Hunt the Flames. And this one I am loving so far, and I'm hoping to finish it sometimes this week. Okay, jumping into the actual questions of the tag. Gotta pull up my phone because I don't memorize them. First question we got is the hardest question of all. Best book you read in 2014. Now, there's a couple Wednesday books titles in here that I could have included, but I didn't because I know you guys will get mad. I did include one book though, so sorry about that. But the best book that I've read so far this year, I have 3 answers for them. The first one was the first book that I read in 2024, so if you've been following me this whole year, you might know it already. And that is Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the second installment of the Defy the Night trilogy. I absolutely love this trilogy so much. I still need to read book 3, so somebody please motivate me. I literally have the audiobook checked out from my Libby account right now. I feel like I say that in all my videos when I talk about the series, but it's true. I've been having it renewing and renewing and renewing as much as I can. But I'm just too nervous to say goodbye to this series. I don't want to wrap the series up yet, and that's the first time I've ever said that to a book series. These characters and this world is amazing. There's a male romance in here, a male romance in here as well. So we love the representation of that. And I honestly am just so scared by the size of Destroy the Day because it's so huge. But maybe since it is the week of Tome Topple, I will be picking up Destroy the Day for that. So yeah. Another book I feel like that could definitely make it onto my favorite list of 2024 is A Tempest of Tea by Hafasa Falazier, her newest book. This one just came out this year in the month of February, and it's already one of my favorite reads. I literally cannot stop thinking about this book. I did a weekly vlog of me reading books off my TBR just to see how many I can read in 1 week, and this was one of them, so if I can find that vlog, I'll leave it up above or down below. I really enjoyed this. I am so mad that book 2 isn't coming out until September of next year. Next year? Excuse me? What? This is only a duology as well, so like I'm patiently waiting for book 2. This cliffhanger was so insane. I literally screamed at work when I finished this, and then a coworker of mine was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I just read one of the worst endings I've read." And by worst, I mean like one that shocked me and blew me away. So very excited for book 2, and it will definitely be read next year. And this one will also be a reread for me next year. Another one that I really loved this year, I do multiple books for each answer, so sorry for a long video, but that is One Dark Window by Rachel Gilligan. I read this recently this year. I think the same month I read A Tempest of Tea, and I was just like, oh, this is another duology that's actually completed. And I did complete this duology this year, and I'll talk more about that in my June wrap-up. Spoiler alert for the end of the month. But yeah, this was a 5-star read for me, and this might be on my favorite list at the end of this year. Question number 4, I think, because I added 2 questions. Question number 4 is going to be best sequel you read this year. And for me, I have 2 books. One of them is a Wednesday Books title, so I'm going to talk about that very quickly. But this book absolutely made me sob. I was wrecked by this book. I literally got in a mini reading slump because I did not know what to read next after the finale of this duology. And that is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Whoa. I do this every time. Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, not Yarros. Whoa. This is a YA fantasy duology that is fantasy but also historical fiction. It's set during World War I, I want to believe. I totally forgot. Anyway, this is super hype up on Book Talk. It's amazing for a reason. The writing is wicked, and I love the way that she just writes her prose and her character dynamics. Her characters made me fall in love with the story. The romance in here I wasn't expecting to love, but I did love at the end. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did annotated this one as well. So I'm super happy to say this was yet another 5-star read, and this will definitely be on my favorite list at the end of the year. Oh no, one dark window is falling, and my words are messing up. Tea break. Cheers. The next sequel I thought was the best sequel of the year was A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd and final book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart universe. I almost said the Caraval universe. I guess it could be called that, but this is the 3rd and final book of the trilogy. I read books 1 and 2 the year they came out, so it's been a while since I've been in this world. But again, this is another book that made me sob at the end because I didn't want to say goodbye to this series or this world, because this is like one of my new favorite world and new favorite author. And I'm just so happy that I got beautiful edition from Owl Crate. Like, look at the gorgeous cover, and then you have gorgeous end pages. Like, what? It's just, it's so pretty. I'm so happy I read this. I wish I annotated this one, but I didn't. I buddy read this with my friend Donna over at Mom's Book Collection, so I'll leave her channel down below. Anybody I shout out in this video will be always left down below in the description. But I buddy read this trilogy with her, and it was just so fun to have someone talk to while reading this book. And I honestly can't wait to see what Stephanie Garber has in store. I know she has a new book coming out this fall, and I think that's a holiday short story for the Caraval universe, so I'm really looking forward to that one. But yes, this one also shattered my heart. The next question that I have is new release you haven't read yet but that you want to. So, new releases that are already out that you want to read. Obviously, so hard to say my words. I want to make sure I have all of them. Okay, so again, I have a couple books here that I haven't got to yet, but I would love to. This first one I will definitely get to in the month of July. It was one of my most anticipated reads for June, and I haven't got to it yet because I know I'm going to read it next month. And that is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This is Riley Sager's newest adult thriller, and this is going to be one I'm hoping that is a 5-star read for me. I gave almost all his books 5 stars, minus 2 of them. One of them I DNF'd his book, and the other one I think I gave like 3 stars to, which is very polarizing, as you can tell. The last one that I read from him, the only one left, that was a 5-star read for me, so I'm pretty excited to see what this one has in store. I know this book title is a Taylor Swift reference, and I know he's a Swiftie as well, so that's pretty amazing that he did that. And also, I just been hearing nothing but amazing reviews for this already before it even came out. And this is Lala and Gabby's book club picks for their individual book club, but they're going to come together and read this as 2 book clubs in one. So pretty stoked for that, and honestly, that's the only reason why I'm reading this in July. So pretty stoked for that. And I might read this for Summerween, because Summerween is happening the first week of July as well. So pretty fun. At least I hope it'll be fun. It might be spooky. Who knows? The next book that I have that I wish I got to, but I haven't yet, is the stunning and popular 5 Broken Blades by Maya Corland. This is the first in adult fantasy trilogy, and the stunning stenciled edges we have. Yes, please. Can't wait to read this. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Taylor. I think we're going to read this in August, because this feels like a good August read. I don't know why, but it just does. The next one that I have is a adult fantasy anticipated read of mine, and that is The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shield. This is an adult fantasy first of a series, or it's a standalone. I've been honestly seeing all my friends read this book right now, and I got a little bit of FOMO, and I was like, let me pick this up next time I went book shopping. And the next time I went book shopping was with my friend Taylor, and so Taylor bought this book for me as a birthday gift. So thank you so much, Taylor. You guys will see this in my June book haul and maybe my July TBR as well. The last one I really wish I got to, but I haven't yet, was Fatebreaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is the 3rd and final book of the YA fantasy trilogy, and again, chunky finale of a series. Can't really talk too much about it. Next question is most anticipated releases for the second half of the year. So in July, I'm looking forward to Teen Titans Starfire by Kimi Garcia. This comes out July 2nd. The 5th installment of the graphic novel series. Really stoked for it. I own all of them right now, so definitely due for a reread. This comes out July 2nd. The next one that I have is going to be Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is the 2nd book in the Powerless trilogy. Never thought I would be a huge fan of this trilogy, but look at us. We're reading book 2. I actually have this one pre-ordered, so hopefully it should come the week or the day it comes out. Another one is Westria by Adeline Grace. This comes out August 20th, and I'm actually going to meet Adeline Grace at the end of August, so I'm very excited for that. And the last one that I have that I'm looking forward to is Amari and the Despicable Wonders by B.B. Alliston. This one doesn't come out till August 27th, and this is the 3rd and final book of the middle grade trilogy that B.B. Alliston has started in the past couple years, so very stoked for that finale. Next question is biggest disappointment. One of them is my DNF of the year, and I'm so sad to say that I DNF'd Empire the Vampire. Don't hate me. The silence is so loud right now. I honestly could not get into this book. There was just so much like language in here that I didn't understand. His writing was way more adult than I expected, and I knew this was his adult work, but I didn't realize how adult, if that makes sense. It was also very graphic for me. I literally told my friend Lori, who I was buddy reading this with, that I had to DNF it because I just wasn't enjoying it, and I was just forcing myself to read. I DNF'd this book at 120 pages, so hopefully I'll pick it back up sometimes next year. But yeah, as of right now, the series is a DNF. Another one that I was really disappointed by, and you'll see this in my June wrap-up, is to Twisted Crowns. Gave us 3 stars, and I'll talk more about this in my June wrap-up next week. Next one is biggest surprise of this year. Again, I have a couple answers for this. Biggest surprise I had was my most recent read, and that was Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. I was really shocked of how much I love this. I'll talk more about this in my June wrap-up. One that shocked me from earlier this year, actually 2 of them. One is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, or Poston. I still don't know how to say the author's last name correctly. I am so sorry. This really shocked me. I physically read this whole thing, and physically reading has been harder for me lately, just to like concentrate on everything. But this is such a fun book to do so, and I gave this 5 stars, and I believe I have a March wrap-up up on my channel. If not, I'll get it up for you guys. But yeah, I love this one, and I can't wait for her new book coming out this summer. Another one that surprised me this year was not Heartless Hunter, was The Absent Underground by Jamie Packin. This is a YA fantasy standalone that is a sapphic friends to lover romantasy, and I annotated this book as well, and I was able to do an author interview with Jamie Packin, so I will leave that interview down below in the description box, so definitely check that out. And honestly, I can't wait to read more from Jamie. Next question is newest fictional crush. I really don't have any. I guess the characters in Ruthless Vows. Oh, but you know who I really fell in love with, I guess I could say, is Clementine and, oh my gosh, who's the man in this one? Whoever the man was, because I forgot the man. Oh, you guys probably know more than me. Clementine and the man in this one. I literally can't find the name of the man. Yeah, the male character. They were my newest fictional crush. So, there's that. And then we have new favorite characters. I really enjoyed, like, a lot of these characters. So, really, any of these can be that answer. Next one is book that made you cry. And a book that made me cry, right? Yeah, book that made me cry was... Ooh, I have these out of order. Sorry. A book that made me cry was Every Time You Hear That Song by Jenna Voice. This ending shocked me in so many ways, and it broke my heart with the ending. It also broke my heart with the beginning, because the beginning was also so sad. I was just tearing up at the end of this one. I'll talk more about this in my June wrap-up. A book that made me happy this year was Jade Fire Gold by Jinseen Lin Tan. I was just so shocked at how much I loved this, because this was the author's debut novel that came out in 2021, and I was just kind of nervous to see how her writing would be in 2024, but it was a pretty easy read. Another book that made me happy was Happy Place by Emily Henry. I love this one. I read it, 5-starred it. It will be on my favorite list of this year. Next one I have is Most Beautiful Book You Own, and this one, again, I have a lot of answers. So first up is this beautiful edition of The Bird and the Bound by Rochelle Hansen from Owl Crate. Another Owl Crate is Song of the Six Realms by Judy I. Lin. Check out these stenciled edges. Yes, please. Then, ooh, sorry. Trying not to drop these. Then I have Heavenbreaker, which will be in my May book haul. This is absolutely stunning. Stenciled edges all the way through. Yes, please. And then like gold foil edges. And then on the hardcover case. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I can't wait for this one. It's the first in adult fantasy trilogy, I think. So very happy to have this in my collection. My newest Owl Crate that I just got was of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. Look at these blue edges. Yes, please. You'll see this in my June book haul. And the last beautiful book that I own, I'm sure I have more, but it's my Owl Crate copy of Ruthless Vows. So, stenciled edges all the way through. I'll have my unboxing for all these Owl Crates down below if you want to check them out. And then the last question is, what books do you need to get to by the end of this year? And literally, the answer could be any of these books that I've mentioned that I haven't read yet. But I do have a couple. So again, I would like to get to The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitson. This is the first adult fantasy. I would love to get to The Housemaid's Secrets by Frida McFadden. This is the second installment. The third book just came out this month, so spoiler alert for my book haul. And then some new releases that came out earlier this year that I just haven't got to yet. I would love to get to Where Sleeping Girls Lies by Frida Abiki Adiyami. It's the author of Ace of Spades. And then this behemoth of a book. I just need somebody to buddy read this with me. But it's on my TBR for Tome Topple, so maybe I'll start it tonight after filming. And then this was one of my most anticipated debut authors, and that was Spin of Fate by A.A. Voya. This is the first in a YA fantasy duology trilogy series. I'm not sure how long this book world will be, but this is one of my most anticipated reads that I bought in the month of May, so you'll see this in my May book haul. And there you have it. That is everything that I have for the mid-year book freakout tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. If you made it all the way through, let's leave a creature emoji, whatever creature this is. I thought this was dragons, but I don't think this is a dragon. So whatever creature this is, if there's an emoji for it. Or you can just leave a green heart. How about that? Leave a green heart or a blue heart, either one. Green or blue heart, leave it down below in the comments to let me know you made it all the way there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!